I knew for a fact Nyjah was here to stay, and that I needed to step my game up. And so did everybody else, you know, like for me, I think 2003, like when X Games hit and like got that first gold medal, and like that was the year I turned pro. It was a trip because I remember being in the same spot you were in, just like skating with Huston and like these dudes, and I'm like, the pressure of it didn't really set in because I was still just having fun. But the second you like get your name on your board or like start getting sponsors or actually start getting paid, all of a sudden the reality of like, man, I'm doing this, but I'm a kid, you know, like both me and you have had crazy experiences growing up, you know, as kids with adults.
Yeah.
Like we grew up watching adult behavior as children, you know, like where most kids were like at school and like at the beach and like kicking it with kids their own age. Like me and Nyjah were not. We were around adults and watching adult behavior, and like the fact that we're both still here doing the deal. Nyjah's going to the second Olympics, which is insane, bro.
This
like,
Olympics thing is nuts.
It's so cool, you know, like, and the only way I could be a part of the Olympics, which I'm stoked, is like I'm going to be commentating. So like I get to commentate and like hype my bros up that are
the
skating.
official announcement?
Yeah, I mean, it can be. I've been talking about it a little bit now, but yeah, so I got that job. But like, of course I want to be skating there, but that's not in the cards for me this time. But
that makes me happy that they have like a real true skateboarder, a legend announcing it instead of like just an older dude who isn't as up to date on what's going on what tricks are what. And I mean, skateboarding is a lot to keep up with, man.
It is a lot to keep up with.
Let's break down the Olympics. So like going into this, how are you looking at that as a skater, as an athlete, as the competition is obviously at an all-time high?
Yeah, well, as Shex was saying, I mean, last time in Tokyo, which was 3 years ago now, it was an awesome time, but it was a rough time for me because the contest got pushed back a year because of COVID.
Yep.
So at that point, I'm like, oh shit, like a lot of these guys are already on my ass. You know, Yuto's out here, he's starting to win every contest, kind of like how I started to win every contest back in the day. And that's just that's the generation, the progression of skateboarding. It's bound to happen. So now I was like, shit, I gotta wait another year and another year for these guys to get better. And I felt so much pressure. I felt so much pressure from everyone, from really a whole country. And that was the first time feeling pressure like that and feeling like so many people you want to do good for them, you know, for the whole country. And then also on top of that, it was the energy and the vibes were so off in Tokyo because you couldn't bring any homies out. There was no fans there, so we're skating the highest pressure, biggest contest ever, and it's silence. It feels like you're skating practice, but in the back of your head, you're like, "This is the biggest moment." Yeah. And yeah, that one didn't go as good as I wanted to. I'm honored that I get to have another chance.